It's interesting because the more I look back, the more I realize, I think like a lot of healers and shamanic spiritual path workers realize that they were just always on this path and they were always doing this. And, I remember a specific moment when I was in my mid 20s, let's say, and I was saying to a couple of my closest friends, we were having tea, and I said, it's really weird, like more and more people are coming to me for, they are trusting me and they want spiritual help and guidance, and like, I guess I'm gonna try to help them with it. And I was like, I'm just so shocked. And they both looked at me like, why would you be shocked? Like, of course that's what you're doing. That's what you've always been doing. And it's like, it's very funny. I had a friend who came out to me one time and, she's like, I'm gay. And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, we all knew that, like, and I felt like it was very similar. Like, other people can see in you often what you take a long time to see in yourself and admit to yourself. So I think I was just always kind of on this path, and I always had that sort of eye towards an awareness of what other people were experiencing. And a lot of people call that being an empath, right? Being empathic. And I also always just had this level of, I guess, approachability and trust that people have in me. And, I think that's partially because I have that energy going back out, right? Where I'm a genuine, honest, vulnerable, open person. So, that helps a lot. But even when I was very young, I would just kind of communicate with the universe, trees and rocks and animals and things. And I just had no idea I was even doing that. I would just sort of ask questions and in my mind, and information would just sort of come back to me, and it always felt very loving. And I just knew that the world was full of an animated intelligence, whatever you want to call it. Now I've come to call it soul or spirit or source, or some people call it God, or some people call it the ether, right? And that was everywhere. I think when we're young, we all kind of know that. We're all kind of a little bit more tapped into that. But I was very tapped into that, and I just was always very aware of people's emotions, their states of mind, what they were doing, why they were doing it. And, I didn't really understand for a while that I was psychic, maybe not to the degree that some people are. I haven't, honed it like some people have, but I have this other perception too. And again, I think everyone does. I just think it was my natural sort of state to lean more deeply into that and sort of follow it. I started having many paranormal experiences when I was a teenager, right after, and during puberty, which happens to a lot of people as well, especially when they're, sort of in this depth. And then I started experiencing contact from whatever people might want to call guides. I call them guides and allies. And I just found myself constantly, not constantly, but throughout my life in different phases, working with shamans, which I didn't seek or choose. That just would happen to me. Like, we would just meet and we would just find that we, had work to do together, and we would connect, and they would teach me what they taught me and perform healings on me. And that would just happen. It happened when I was in other countries traveling randomly. Shamans would just be like, you, come. Like, come on. And we would just, connect in the most synchronistic sort of ways that were unplanned. And so my life and my soul just picked this path for me, and I've just been following it my whole life. So yeah, I mean, that's how it all kind of came about. We can go into more detail about any of those things if you want to, but that's the long and short of it. And now I just offer this, directly to people if they want some healing, if they want to work one-on-one together, if they want to learn some skills, if they want to, practice their own spirituality in more depth and detail. Like, this is just what I do now.